Rashmi.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Please be seated.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Hi Rashmi, you are from Udaipur, right? You are
Yes,
currently from Udaipur. Your father is there
Yes.
working in Udaipur.
Yes, sir.
Okay. What is the specialty of Udaipur you observed?
So it is also called City of Lakes. So it has very beautiful lakes. It is also a great place for tourist places, and it is mostly famous for destination weddings also. And the
Okay.
first G20 meeting in 2022 also held there in Udaipur.
Okay. Your native place is Rajasthan,
Yes, sir. Dosa district.
Dausa district. Okay. Can you brief about yourself, Rashmi, from your 10th onwards? How was your journey and currently what are you doing?
So I did my BTech in Mechanical Engineering from IIT Kanpur. After that, I joined Suzlon Energy Limited at the post of graduate engineer training. And after working there for 1 year and 4 months, I started my engineering services preparation. So right now, I'm selected as scientist at DRDO, and along with that, I am also preparing for ESE.
You are currently working.
No, sir. I am waiting for the offer letter from DRDO.
Offer letter from there. Sorry. Why mechanical? You said you joined in mechanical. Why you chose mechanical? Why not any other engineering background?
So I was not aware at that time like what branches and what is a career in that. So my two elder brothers, I have two elder brothers which both are from like IIT only.
Right.
So they decided my counseling and I selected.
Generally, it happens at that age. We don't know. Someone guides us. That's good. You said you left DRDO. You left
Suzlon
this to prepare for ESE.
Yes, sir.
So why so? Why you want to be IES?
Okay, sir. I have decided this in my 4th year itself. So I just wanted to gain the exposure of corporate world. That's why I joined Suzlon Energy. So since ESE in mechanical engineering, it is best. So it is also a techno-managerial job. I'll be able to explore my technical work as well as managerial work. And I'll be also part of nation building. And there are great projects. For example, many of the buildings of IIT Kanpur also built by CPWD only, which is one of my first department of service preferences. So these are the reasons.
You said first G20 is held in Udaipur.
Yes.
Recently, G20 is held in Delhi as well.
Yes.
So what is Delhi Declaration?
Sir, I'm not sure about Delhi Declaration. I have.
So what about this G20?
So G20 is a group of 19 countries and 2 union, European Union and African Union, which was recently added in G20. And so these countries meet together on yearly basis to discuss about the economical condition and trade related, health, climate change, about these issues.
So you have any idea how much money is spent conducting this G20 in India?
I can make a guess.
Yes.
Around 4,000 crore.
So is it really worth of spending that much?
Yes, sir, I think so.
How? And
So-
justify your answer why?
Okay, so leaders of many great countries visited there. So it was one of the most important. Sorry, sir.
Take your time, relax. No
Okay.
need to tense.
So it was a great opportunity for India to host so many countries. So many world leaders were present at the same time in India. So it represents that how much India is growing since last few years, so that it can organize a meeting at such a large level. So it is so by hosting this G20, India is also becoming the voice of Global South. It wants to take the leadership of Global South. So it is representing itself in international forum by doing this.
I've seen some of the prizes and medals you won in sports, like 100 meters, 400 meters race. You won gold medal in 4x 100 meter relay.
4 cross 100 meter.
Okay. So why can't you make your career towards sports? Why you want to come to ESE?
I don't want to make sports my career, but I like it doing in my hobby or
It's like
competition.
a hobby for you.
Yes, sir.
Okay. How many hours you spend for your practice on your hobby?
So, sir, right now, due to time constraints, I am able to only spend 1 hour daily from 6 to 7 p.m.
Okay.
jogging and physical exercise.
You got a selection in DRDO,
Yes, sir.
and if you are selected for ESE as well,
Yes, sir.
what is your choice?
Sir, ESE.
Fine. Over to you, sir.
So, first of all, I would like to ask you, what are your favorite areas?
Sir, thermal engineering basically, fluid mechanics, heat transfer, IC engine.
Okay, so complete thermal part you have.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, can you define entropy?
Entropy. Entropy is the randomness of, it is the basically, it denotes the randomness. So, whenever a process takes place, certain irreversibilities are also present. A process is not completely 100% reversible. So, due to this irreversibility, this randomness generates, and which is denoted by entropy.
Okay. So, when we are talking about Carnot cycle, it is Carnot cycle is there, then Carnot engine is there, and it was said to be the highly efficient engine. So, why it is highly efficient and why we cannot make it practically?
So it is not practical because it has two isothermal and two adiabatic processes.
Okay.
So the adiabatic process is very fast process, and the isothermal process is very slow process. So after executing a very fast process and then afterwards executing a very slow process, it is impossible. So that's why it's not feasible. And so Carnot cycle is considered as the ideal for other engines. So to measure the performance of other engines, we refer to the Carnot cycle.
So, you are saying that one process is very fast, other is very slow. Have you also talked about, have you seen quick return motion mechanism?
Sorry, sir?
Quick return motion mechanism.
Yes, sir.
So, there there are two strokes, forward,
Yes.
backward.
Yes.
One stroke is slow, other is fast. That is practically feasible
Yes.
in the shaper planar. So, what is the problem with Carnot then?
Sorry, sir, I am not able to.
Okay. So, if you are talking about production technology, so you must have listened to two terms. One is manufacturing, other is production. So, are they same or they have some difference?
Manufacturing and production. Sir, I believe production also includes the quality control aspects also as compared to manufacturing. So production is a big term as compared to manufacturing.
So, it includes quality control as well.
Yeah, quality inspection and all.
Okay. So, when we are talking about flywheel governor, what is the difference between them?
Okay. So, sir, governor maintains the mean speed of the engine in particular limit. So, the mean speed doesn't doesn't fluctuate that much. And flywheel stores the energy in particular cycle and then gives back the same energy when the energy is needed in that particular cycle.
So, both are present in automobiles? Like if we have a car, in car both are there or only flywheel is there?
Sorry, sir, I'm not.
Okay, so you said heat transfer is coming into your favorite area.
Yes.
So what is the difference between fins and ribs?
Ribs.
RIBS, ribs.
So ribs, I don't know in heat transfer. Fins
Okay.
and
Okay, so what about fins?
fins is extended surface. So to increase the heat transfer by convection, we increase the surface area, and in fins we increase the surface area and thereby increasing the convective heat transfer.
Okay, so what is the difference between heat and work?
Heat and work. Heat is a low grade energy, while work is a high grade energy, and we can extract 100% energy from if we are getting input from work, while we can't convert 100% of heat into any useful work. So that's the
Okay,
reason.
so what do you mean by low grade and high grade? How you decide the grade of energy?
So the grade is so if we are converting heat into a useful energy, so all energy won't get converted into useful work. Some will be lost. It has to lost.
So heat is not useful?
Not completely useful. We can't extract 100% energy from heat.
Heat, I feel, is the form of energy itself.
Yes, sir. So the heat we can't convert into work totally, but work we can completely convert into
Okay, velocity is intensive or extensive property?
velocity. Velocity is extensive,
Extensive.
Yes.
It depends on mass.
not depend on mass.
So it is extensive.
Extensive doesn't depend on. Sorry,
Okay.
sorry, sir. Sorry, sir. It is intensive.
Okay, fine. Over to you, sir.
Hi Rashmi.
Yes.
So you have done your graduation from IIT Kanpur in
Yes.
mechanical engineering. So girls do not prefer to take mechanical engineering as the
Yes,
branch.
sir.
How many girls were there in your batch?
Sir, I was the only one.
You were the only one. Why girls do not choose the mechanical engineering as their branch?
So the first thing is girls or boys, no one rarely chooses the branch at that particular time, 17 or 18 years of age. So the parents decide for themselves or like someone they knew. So the thinking of society is that there is manual labor work or the girl has to work in the field or she has to do manual work in mechanical. That's why they don't send their child to mechanical, specifically girls. That's why.
All right. Which is better, IIT Kanpur or IIT Bombay?
So since I was from IIT Kanpur, so I'll say IIT Kanpur. So,
How do you feel that?
so ranking, IIT Bombay is above than IIT Kanpur. But since I was involved in sports in IIT Kanpur, so I can say the sports was very good. And IIT Kanpur got airstrip, its own airstrip. And there's one wind tunnel facility is also there in IIT Kanpur, which is not present in IIT Bombay. And there are also other factors.
What is the use of a wind tunnel? Why do we have wind tunnels?
So wind tunnel is used to study the like for example drag coefficient, lift coefficient and other certain factors. For example, the effect of wind on any particular object. So for example, if we want to build a prototype, then we will be testing its model in wind tunnel facility first, so that we can apply it onto our prototype.
Which is better, more drag or less drag?
So less drag, because it will be we have to provide more energy to overcome the drag then. Like for example, aeroplane, the shape of its wings is airfoil shape, so that the drag is less and the lift is more. So that
Why aerofoil shape is having less drag and more lift?
okay. Sorry, sir, I'm not able to explain right now.
What are the other methods of reducing the drag?
Reducing drag. One is angle of attack, and so I can think of this. And then shape of the like for example airfoil shape. Drag is minimum in airfoil shape.
What makes the drag to increase? Why we require to reduce the drag? Why it is already? Why it is not less already? Means what makes it to become more?
Okay, so
And how it changes?
okay, when the wind flow over a surface, so the air in contact with the surface of the object, so due to this frictional force is generated. This frictional force is drag itself. So due to this friction force, we have to do extra work to maintain our body in that particular state. So that's why drag is not preferable. So we will try to reduce the drag.
Okay, and you are quite comfortable in thermal part also. What is a Brayton cycle?
Brayton cycle. Sorry, sir, I haven't revised.
Where do we use the Brayton cycle? Means in which topic of thermal engineering we talk about Brayton cycle?
Sir, gas power plants.
Power plants, gas power plants. Okay. What is the shape of the nozzle?
Nozzle. Sir, for subsonic flow, the shape of nozzle is convergent, and then for supersonic flow, it is convergent divergent.
Okay. What is the use of nozzle? Why do we use the nozzle?
So in nozzle, we increase the kinetic energy of the fluid, of the flow at the expense of decreased pressure. So that's why we use it. So for example, in steam turbines, it is generally used in the first stage itself, so that the pressure drop can occur and we can achieve the high kinetic energy at the inlet itself.
In first stage, what does that mean? Means why do we use number of stages?
So number of stages are used because okay, so this is called compounding. So number of stages used because we want to achieve a particular rotational speed of shaft in under around 3000 rpm. So what we achieve if we are not using stages, then we achieve around 30,000 or 40,000 rpm, which is not feasible to us. So that's why we use the compounding to drop the pressure stage by stage, slowly by slowly, so that we can get the required or achieved rpm at the outlet of the turbine.
Can you give me a name of a turbine which is using the compounding?
Curtis turbine and Ratu turbine.
What kind of compounding is used in Curtis and Ratu?
In Curtis, velocity compounding is done, and in Ratu, pressure compounding is done.
Okay. One more question from my side. As you were playing, you only participated in running and racing, right? You have played the basketball also.
Yes.
What is the engineering concept we use in basketball?
Engineering concept. So I can say the trajectory of the ball when we throw it. Projectile motion. It is projectile motion. And when we dribble the ball, it bounces back. So it is due to the elastic nature of the ball and due to the pressure we have inside that ball. That's why it bounces back when we push it to the ground.
All right. Thank you. Sir, over to you.
Okay. Hello, Rashmi.
Yes.
Rashmi, you are regularly participating in 100-meter race, 200-meter race, 400, and also hurdle race also.
Yes.
So, which is your favorite race?
Sir, 100 meter.
Okay. In which race? Suppose there is a 100-meter race, 200-meter race, 400-meter, and a marathon. At any point of time, where the acceleration of the athlete will be maximum in a 100-meter, 200, 400, or a marathon?
Acceleration. Sir, in the 100 meter.
Okay. Now, suppose an athlete is running. Suppose you are running.
Yes.
So, at normally 100-meter race are covered in how much time in Olympics?
Around 9 to 10 seconds.
Okay. Then at what point of time normally the athlete is in his highest velocity?
Highest velocity.
It is initial 20 meters, in the mid 20 to 80 meters, or at the final stage?
So that I don't know, but acceleration is maximum in the starting of the race, like when we start.
Okay. Now, Rashmi, one more question related to engineering, mechanics, and sports, especially race. If you want to have 1 minute, you want to give time, you can give. You can take that time, and afterwards you can give the answer.
Okay.
Suppose you are running a 100-meter race. Then where the friction will be acting? It will be towards the direction of race or backward?
On the ground?
On the ground. Where the friction will be acting on your feet? It will be towards the direction of race or opposite to that?
So friction will be in opposite direction.
Okay.
It will opposing my motion.
Okay. Suppose this is a bottle. I am moving it here from your left to your right. Then where friction will be acting?
In the left direction.
In the left direction, because friction will be opposite to the motion. Now think, imagine you are running. So when you are running forward, where your feet is going with respect to ground? Where you are pushing your feet? Forward or backward?
In the forward direction.
You are pushing your feet forward when you are running or even you are walking. So for walking forward, you push your feet where? Forward or backward with respect to the floor?
Forward.
आप ऐसे चलते हैं तो अपना पैर कहाँ करते हैं? आगे जाने के लिए पैर कहाँ करते हैं? जब रन कर रहे हैं, where you are?
Backwards.
So where friction should be acting?
Backwards.
Friction is opposite to the.
Or it forwards then.
So where the friction will be acting? Forward or backward?
Forward.
Okay. Now, can we measure strain in strength of materials or in any body? Can we measure strain?
Yes, sir. Strain gauge.
Strain gauge is the device.
Yes, sir.
Now, can we measure stress also? Is there any device in any country that can give me the value of stress in a column, in a beam, or anywhere in a machine?
Directly.
Directly.
Stress. No, sir, I have no idea.
Okay. In every topic of strength of material, one assumption is common. that material is homogeneous, isotropic.
Yes.
Material is homogeneous, isotropic in every topic.
Yes.
What is homogeneous and what is isotropic? What is the difference between a material to be homogeneous or to be isotropic?
So in homogeneous, the properties doesn't vary at different points of the body. So at every point, the properties are same. And in isotropic, at particular point, the properties in every direction is same.
Okay, good. Suppose there is a spring having stiffness value K,
Yes.
and I cut that spring into two halves.
Yes, sir.
So what will be the stiffness?
The stiffness will be doubled, like K1 plus K2.
Okay. Now, in every question in engineering mechanics, it is written that the pulley is frictionless and rope is weightless.
Yes.
Okay. So suppose in a rope there is a mass of 20 kilonewton. So what will be the tension? Suppose this is the rope and the weight of this paper and my hand is 20 kilonewton. So what is the tension in this rope?
20 kilonewton.
20 kilonewton when it is considered to be weightless.
Yes.
Suppose we have to consider the weight also.
Yes.
So then the tension will be same or it will be different? We have to consider the weight of the rope also.
It will be different.
It will be different.
Yes, sir.
Now my last question, the tension will be maximum at the top or at the bottom? If we are considering the weight.
Okay. At the top.
At the top, why?
Because it also will be it will also be considering the whole weight of the rope that is being hanging in the air.
Okay, excellent, Rashmi. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yes, Rashmi. Everything nice. We observed everything positive. Keep going like this. You are very confident, looking confident. Your voice is also fine, loud enough, clear, and you have the clarity, what you know and what you don't know. So keep going like this. Just one small suggestion is brush up the areas where you are weak in, especially technical
Yes.
subjects. Focus on that. When is your final interview?
18 October.
So still you have time. So focus on the areas, at least the basics of the concepts where you are not strong enough. Rest of the areas anyhow you are strong enough. I found everything fine. Keep going.
Okay.
All the best.
Thank you, sir.
And in technical also, you answered most of the questions, especially the areas where you are good into the thermal parts. It would be good if you add one more subject from the other areas also, because maybe some of the person may not be related to thermal part, then he also would be having something to ask.
Yes, sir.
Like otherwise I am directly moving to production, maybe production is your weakest.
Yes,
If you would be having one subject from design, then I have an option for that.
Okay.
And if everything goes fine, I feel you will surely be selected with a very good rank.
Thank you.
What do you feel about your interview?
It was not good as I was expecting, because I haven't revised technical. I just started my preparation 1 week ago, and I also appeared in interview in last week, but in last year I was not selected by 1 mark, so
Achha.
I have good hopes this year. So, but I was not at my best in this interview.
Acha. Technical portion,
Yes,
right?
sir.
Technical
The
na?
interview will mostly be technical only. IES का interview majorly 70-80% will be technical only. तो उस पे थोड़ा वर्क कर लीजिए. जो मैंने नोटिस किया है, one is your pace of answering the question. थोड़ा सा स्पीड में आंसर किया, अगर थोड़ा ठहराव रखोगे, so it will look better. You will be able to explain in a better manner.
Okay.
तो उस पे थोड़ा सा एक thought देना. Otherwise it was good. And the second thing was keeping an eye contact. When I am asking the question, you are maintaining the eye contact with
Yes,
me
sir.
only.
I can't look. I can't look at other person at that time.
नहीं,
Can I look?
That's good
Yes,
actually.
yes.
That's good.
तो थोड़ा बहुत it is fine because others are also listening to your answer.
Okay.
भले ही मैंने पूछा है, but others are also interested to know the
Yes,
answer. Others also want to communicate or to be
Yes.
part of that. तो थोड़ा बहुत
Okay. I'll keep it.
एंड अदरवाइज थोड़ा टेक्निकल में जैसे नोजल जो आपने बोला, इट वाज कंप्लीटली अपोजिट, क्योंकि कन्वर्जिंग होता है वो सबसोनिक होता है.
हाँ, conversion subsonic.
आपने सुपरसोनिक कन्वर्जिंग बोला.
Did I?
Check.
Okay. Okay.
Unintentionally it would have
Okay.
might have happened. अच्छा, otherwise it was
You know it, but maybe while saying you said it reverse. Maybe you know it. That's why.
but the
Get
word I
relaxed.
wanted कि converging as well as diverging. That part I like, because most of the students tell converging part nozzle is always converging. तो मुझे लगा कि आप converging diverging word भी use करोगे कि नहीं. That was good.
ओके रश्मि, आपका टेक्निकल अच्छा है, फ्रिक्शन वाले का आपने आंसर पहले गलत दिया, मैंने आंसर नहीं बताया, सिर्फ बोलता गया और आपने आंसर खुद ही सही बता दिया, जबकि मैंने कहा था कि आप 2 मिनट सोच के आंसर बताना. तो इसका मतलब आप सोचते तो आप खुद ही आंसर सही देते, क्योंकि मैंने कोई आंसर नहीं बताया फिर आपने खुद ही करेक्ट कर लिया, है ना. उसमें और बहुत डीप जाओगे ना तो आपको पता चलेगा कि दोनों तरफ फ्रिक्शन लगता है, क्योंकि जब आपने पैर पीछे, जिस समय पे आप आगे जाने के लिए पैर पीछे कर रहे हो तब तो फ्रिक्शन अपोजिट, तो मोशन आगे लगेगा क्योंकि पैर आप पीछे कर रहे हो. लेकिन आपका जब एक पैर पीछे हुआ तो आगे वाला पैर ऐसे आगे जाना चाह रहा है ना, जब आप दूसरे पैर से लैंड कर रहे हो तो जिस समय पे आप लैंड कर रहे हो, पुश नहीं कर रहे, एक पैर से तो आप पीछे को पुश कर रहे हो, दूसरा पैर आप लैंड कर रहे हो, तो लैंड वाला पैर कहाँ जाना चाह रहा है मोशन की वजह से आगे, उस पर्टिकुलर टाइम के लिए पीछे भी लगता है. ठीक है. बाकी अगर कोई भी ऐसा क्वेश्चन वो नहीं पूछे जो टॉपिक आपको नहीं आता हो और उसमें वो पूछते ही चले गए और आप नहीं बता पाए, तो रिटर्न में फाइनल सिलेक्शन तो होना ही है, इंटरव्यू में भी आपका टॉप 10% 15% कैंडिडेट्स में नाम आएगा और सिलेक्शन होने का तो होगा ही. सिलेक्शन तो माइट बी इवन यू आर नॉट गेटिंग वेरी गुड रैंक, वेरी गुड मार्क्स इन इंटरव्यू, स्टिल देयर आर हाई चांसेस ऑफ सिलेक्शन. ठीक है. बस थोड़ा सा ठहराओ और बहुत जल्दी आंसर मत देना, थोड़ा सोच समझ के दो, कामनेस रखो, होगा.
ओके सर, मैंने जो सुजलोन एनर्जी में काम किया था, ये विंड टरबाइन मैन्युफैक्चर करती है कंपनी. तो मेरे पहले 2 स्टडी प्रोजेक्ट्स थे एंड देन एक कुछ परचेसिंग डिपार्टमेंट रिलेटेड था, फिर आई वाज प्रमोटेड टू असिस्टेंट मैनेजर. सो व्हाट टाइप ऑफ क्वेश्चंस कैन आई एक्सपेक्ट इन इंटरव्यू?
जो प्रैक्टिकल रिलेटेड, व्हाट द वर्क यू यूज्ड टू डू.
ओके सो इट वाज स्टडी प्रोजेक्ट्स, सो ऐसा कुछ खास था नहीं उसमें. एक्चुअली स्टडी प्रोजेक्ट 2-3 मंथ्स के थे, उसमें ऐसा कुछ कंक्लूजन भी कुछ खास नहीं देना था, क्योंकि प्रोजेक्ट ही हमको ऐसे दिए गए थे. तो फिर बट आई कांट से टू द पैनल कि कुछ अच्छे प्रोजेक्ट भी नहीं थे ऐसा.
आई फील कि अगर वो आपका जो भी एरिया है, जैसे आपने वो विंड का बोला, तो उसके बारे में आपको कंप्लीट इन्फॉर्मेशन होना चाहिए, क्योंकि आप मतलब वो आपसे ये नहीं पूछेंगे आप किस तरह का काम करते हैं सिर्फ, क्योंकि वो उनके माइंड में जो भी क्वेश्चन आएगा उससे वो पूछ सकते हैं. एंड इफ यू आर हैंडलिंग दैट, ऑब्वियसली यू मस्ट नो एवरीथिंग अबाउट दैट. इवन वहाँ पर क्या क्या काम हो रहा था, चाहे आप उसमें पूरी तरह से इन्वॉल्व नहीं भी थे, बट स्टिल यू मस्ट हैव एन आइडिया अबाउट दैट. क्योंकि इतना वो थोड़ा ना पूछेंगे आपसे कि भाई आप कौन से, मे बी पूछ भी ले, बट देयर आर डायरेक्टली क्वेश्चंस आल्सो कैन बी देयर.
और जाके पता भी नहीं करेंगे. अब अगर आप कुछ थोड़ा सा फेक बोल भी दो कि दिस वाज माय प्रोजेक्ट, दिस वाज द पार्ट आई वाज इनटू, तो आप थोड़ा सा बना भी सकते हो.
I slightly differ here. I prefer to be honest. Whatever is there, if you believe that nothing is there, say nothing is there, because that's the fact.
Yes,
Right? Instead of bluffing something, show your honesty and open up. That's my personal opinion, but
Yes.
the rest is fine.
But actually, as sir, it is related to mechanical. That's why I feel कि maybe technical questions can be there.
से ना आप ऐसा बोल के ऐसा कर सकते हैं, दिस ऑल्सो मोटिवेट्स मी मोर फॉर प्रिपेयरिंग इंजीनियरिंग सर्विसेज एग्जामिनेशन, बिकॉज वहाँ पे मेरे को ये ऐसा लगा, या मैं बहुत किसी अच्छे प्रोजेक्ट के साथ एसोसिएटेड थी, तो दिस गिव्स मी मोर मोटिवेटेड टुवर्ड्स प्रिपरेशन एंड ऐसा.
ओके. तो सर मेरे पास बहुत स्ट्रॉन्ग आंसर नहीं है, क्योंकि विंड सेक्टर में काम भी अच्छा ही होता है. वो बात अलग है कि सुजलॉन काफ़ी डाउनफॉल में चल रही है, बट अभी तो ऊपर आ रही है. बट मेरे पास बहुत स्ट्रॉन्ग कुछ आंसर नहीं है इसका कि तुमने सुजलॉन छोड़ के क्यों इंजीनियरिंग सर्विसेज ज्वाइन किया. वो बात अलग है, मैंने पहले ये डिसाइड कर लिया था कि मैं इंजीनियरिंग सर्विसेज करूँगी. तो अगर ऐसा फंसता है तो मैं
There are
कभी
two
भी
questions. Yes, sir.
कभी भी इस तरह के क्वेश्चंस का सुजलॉन का नेगेटिव एस्पेक्ट आपको नहीं बताना. किसी का भी ट्राई टू अवॉइड पॉइंटिंग आउट,
Especially when you are leaving any company, better not to say anything negative about it.
यस सर.
नहीं, स्ट्रॉन्ग आंसर क्यों नहीं है? इंजीनियरिंग सर्विस आप ज्वाइन करना चाहते हो, आप हाईली मोटिवेटेड थे, जस्ट आफ्टर बीटेक आपका प्लेसमेंट हुआ, जस्ट आफ्टर बीटेक प्लेसमेंट हुआ ना इसमें आपका. जस्ट आफ्टर बीटेक कोई बच्चा कितना भी अच्छा करे उसका इंजीनियरिंग सर्विस में, तो फिर भी रिजल्ट आने में, इंटरव्यू आने में 1 साल का प्रोसेस लगता है.
यस.
तो आपका स्ट्रॉन्ग आंसर है ना कि मेरा एम इंजीनियरिंग सर्विस एग्जामिनेशन था, मैं बीटेक के बाद मेरा प्लेसमेंट हो गया था, तो आई ज्वाइन देयर एंड मैंने सोचा था कि ये देखूंगी कि समय लगे नहीं लगे, उस हिसाब से प्रिपेयर करूंगी. अगर समय नहीं लगा तो मैं छोड़ दूंगी, पर मेरा फर्स्ट ऑप्शन पहले से ये था. लेकिन बीटेक के बाद तो इंजीनियरिंग सर्विस आप मेरे को जॉब देते नहीं हो, आपका तो मेडिकल भी होगा, मेंस भी होगा. सो इन बिटवीन आई जॉइन देयर टू हैव वन मोर एक्सपोजर, तो मैं अपने फील्ड को भी और अच्छे से जान पाऊं.
Yes, extra learning that can be for my extra learning and extra exploration.
ओके. ओके.
So that way you can justify.
बच्चों को क्या लगता है ना कि इंटरव्यू बोर्ड को उनको ये दिखाना है कि मैं इंजीनियरिंग सर्विस के अलावा दूसरा ऑप्शन सोच ही नहीं रहा था, लेकिन वो उनके भी बच्चे हैं, हम भी, आप भी स्टूडेंट हो, तो अगर आप ये बताते हो कि यार ये मेरा पहला एम है, लेकिन ऐसा थोड़ी नहीं कि अगर मेरा पहला नहीं होगा तो मैं जिंदगी भर जॉबलेस रहूंगा या ऐसे करूंगा, ठीक है, मैं दूसरा एम ये था तब तक मैं वहाँ ज्वाइन हूँ या डीआरडीओ ज्वाइन हूँ। इनफैक्ट आप ये भी कहोगे ना कि डीआरडीओ के बाद इंजीनियरिंग सर्विस में आप आ रहे हो और डीआरडीओ में इसलिए ज्वाइन किया कि इंजीनियरिंग सर्विस का फाइनल रिजल्ट थोड़ी नहीं पता। कोई बच्चा ऐसा इंडिया में होगा कि इंजीनियरिंग सर्विस के वेट के लिए वो डीआरडीओ छोड़ दे कि किसी और बच्चे का सिलेक्शन हो जाए, मैं किसी की सीट ना खाऊं, जबकि उसका इंजीनियरिंग सर्विस में फाइनल सिलेक्शन गारंटी नहीं है, विन ट्रू बचा है। तो दैट इज नॉर्मल कि मैं एक सेफ्टी फैक्टर के लिए दूसरा जॉब लूंगा, चाहे प्राइवेट लूं चाहे डीआरडीओ लूं, ऐसे ही मैंने वो सुजलॉन या डीआरडीओ लिया है, लेकिन मेरा फाइनल नेम इंजीनियरिंग सर्विस है। हाँ, ये मत बता देना कि एक और फाइनल नेम बचा है मेरा भी आईएएस अगर है भी तो ये
Also say that you are confident enough that I'm going to clear this, but still I did it because I want to prove myself that I can crack other exams also, showing your confidence about exams and also showing interest towards the ESE.
Okay.
Done.
All the best.
Thank you. All the very best.
Thank you, sir.
Enjoy.